our first full day in Manila.
Our first day in Manila started with a walk from our hotel in Binondo through Tondo to the North Harbour ferry terminal to buy tickets for our ferry to Palawan Island with 2 Go ferries. Look out for the video of that amazing 28-hour adventure coming soon. We then crossed the Pasig River to explore Intramuros, the walled historic centre of Manila, which dates back to the Spanish colonial era. This is a must-see place for all tourists visiting Manila.
Hot pandesal, 5, 6, 5. My first number in the Philippines is 5.
Wonderful. And the amazing thing is, these pandesal, we're not too sure what they are, but they're such a great price.
So they're 2 pesos each, and they're little hot breads. Hello. And they look like that. And they're sweet, they're good.
Wow, so
Really
what's
good.
inside them?
It's just dough, but with sugar. You know,
Okay.
like a little sweet donut, I suppose. Very good, pandesal.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so always be on the lookout for signs.
Yeah. These bakeries, really good. It's our first full day in Manila. We had a late start because we were so tired, exhausted. We've walked through Tondo area and we've booked a ticket for our 2 Go ferry off to Palawan, and now we're crossing the Pasig River, and this is the river that Manila was built on, really, by the Spanish and the Chinese all back in the day, and we're headed next to Intramuros.
So we've just walked underneath the bridge and we're into Intramuros, and so different already. It's so much cleaner, quieter, and this beautiful building. It's such a relic from the Spanish times.
First tourist spot we've come to in Intramuros, and we think this is Manila Cathedral. Do a little bit of research on this one. The cathedral here was first built by the Spanish in 1581. It's been destroyed 7 times since, and this one was rebuilt in 1951 after it was destroyed in the Second World War, like a lot of Manila was. Looks really nice. Let's get a close-up look. In front of the cathedral is the Plaza Roma, which used to be a bull ring. King, what is it, Mandy?
Carlos I.
King Carlos I statue is there, and then you can get the calesas here, the horse-drawn carriages. Not quite sure how much they are. I've heard they're 350 for an hour or 30 minutes or something like that. Yeah, but we're going to go get some lunch now. 1,001 hour for 2 people. Okay, so I was a little bit wrong.
Okay, it's good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
Jeepney, and there you go, your ubiquitous hop on, hop off bus. In case you can't be bothered walking around, but we like walking, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So we're a bit peckish, it's lunchtime. We've decided to come to Chowking. Chowking is one of the Filipino brands, and I'm just curious to find out whether or not they've got any vegetarian dishes. This is what they have at the moment. Halo Halo is a famous dessert, Loriat's chicken. So it's a lovely quiet environment here at Chowking. Not, but we've got our meals that finally arrived. So I've got the pancit canton, which I thought was going to be vegetarian. I asked her if there was anything vegetarian, and she said yes, pancit canton. I've had a bit of a nibble, and it looks as though it's got chicken and pork sausage. I'm not too sure. Time for the taste test. I might use a fork for this one actually, for the pancit. I think pancit means noodles. Wow. Mushroom flavour. Really delicious. It may not be vegetarian, but it's very tasty.
Sweet and sour pork with the emphasis on sweet. Delicious. Yeah, nice little snack for lunch. It's not huge, but it'll keep me going.
I was so surprised when you chose sweet and sour pork for your meal.
It's Chowking, right? So I assume Chinese kind of vibe to it, so why not?
So we're now heading into Fort Santiago. The price is the same as the guidebook, 75 pesos per person, which is pretty cool.
so a little bit of Filipino history. Basically, the Filipinos were here all the time, and the Chinese came over and did a lot of trading, so they were settled here. The Moors turned up in the early days and they settled in Manila, and then the Spanish arrived in the late 1500s. First Ferdinand Magellan came. He was killed on his voyage, and then Legazpi came in the end of the 1500s. He took Manila from the Moors and built this fort, Fort Santiago. So Intramuros, the walled town within the town of Manila, is like a walled city, and the fort is within that, and it faces the Pasig River, which you know, is the militarily strategic point. So this is the fort. It's got lots of walls around it. It's very traditional in its style, but although most of it was destroyed during the Second World War, they've rebuilt the walls and everything looks like as it was at the end of the 1500s, I believe. This is the Plaza de Armas in the middle of the square, Fort Santiago, and up here we have Jose Rizal, a very important hero of Filipino history, who was executed here in 1896. He was executed for his part in the uprising of the Filipino people. There's a very interesting museum about the life and death of Jose Rizal inside Fort Santiago, and it is included in the ticket to get into the fort. Worth a look in. These dungeons were used as a torture chamber and a prison for the Spanish and also the Japanese during the Second World War. And during the Battle for Manila in 1945, the Japanese left 600 people in here to rot of starvation and suffocation. It's quite a moving experience walking through here. Feeling a bit tired after Fort Santiago, sat in one of these very popular little food stalls for another sweet banana. These are really good, these are. This was 25 pesos, and Mandy got one for 15 there, and we got free water. Great place to relax.
So pretty, behind the church. Little plaza there. Santa Isabel. The obligatory cat having a nap. This lovely memorial for the innocent victims of war. So Plazuela is the home to this memorial, dedicated to all the innocent victims of war. Over 100,000 men, women and children who lost their lives in Manila during the Battle of Liberation, February the 3rd, March the 3rd, 1945.
And here we have the San Agustin Church, and this one in Intramuros is the only one that survived the World War II bombings. So it's 450 years old and it is still standing as it was. Everything else in Intramuros was recreated. So this is pretty beautiful. Let's have a little look through the door. This here behind me is the Casa Manila Museum. It was built by Imelda Marcos back in the day to recreate a Spanish colonial traditional building. It's supposed to be really pretty inside. We're just going to walk by and admire the facade though.
Right beside the St. Agustin Church. It's a very popular place for the horse tours to stop as well. Also to be found outside Casa Manila bike eco tours. Apparently it's a popular thing to do, to hire one of these and ride around Intramuros because it's quite big.
Another colourful street in Intramuros. I think it's a little bit more polished than some parts of downtown Manila, which can be quite grubby, but I don't know, this feels real. It's really good.
Yeah. And one of the reasons you can tell Manila's a bit more gritty than other cities, we've hardly videoed anything, have we?
No, in some places you feel like you don't want to pull the camera out. Here it's fine, I'm sure.
So cool to see the houses up above as well.
Here's a great example of the bikes you see around here. They're tricycles or triclos. This one's pedal powered. You sit in the side and they pedal along. You can get
oh, and here you go. That's what they look like in action.
No, thank you.
Wow. As Lee was saying, yep, they sit on that side and pedal. Got your wing mirrors.
And there's plenty of motorbike ones as well if you want to go a little bit faster. You see some with benches on the side and like 6 people on board. It's incredible.
So we've just come back under the walled city of Intramuros. It's been like an amazing afternoon.
Yeah, and that's the end of our little Intramuros visit. We're going to head back to our place now in Binondo, Chinatown, which is just across the river.
So we're on the bridge now, heading back to Binondo behind us.
Yep, thanks for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Keep looking out for more Filipino videos that are coming right up, and we'll see you in the next one.
So bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.